Intruder detected. You are not authorized to be in this area. This is a secure zone. Please leave this station immediately.
Hello everyone, my name is Cecilia and welcome to my YouTube channel and welcome to this playthrough of Mass Effect Legendary Edition. In today's episode we're gonna head out into the galaxy and explore a bit and probably do a few side quests. So grab a snack and something to drink and let's go! Bast. A small hydrogen-nitrogen gas giant, Bast and its moons served as the Eclipse mercenary company's fallback position after their defeat on Nath. Once they had gathered their strength, they leaked a false position to the Nahesite consortium to lure them into a trap, which devolved into a pitched battle. Both sides claimed victory. Nahesite lost more ships, but could afford the setback in a way Eclipse could not.
Detected an anomaly.
Nath. Cold and dry, Nath has a thin nitrogen atmosphere and vast salt flats at its equator, which is warm enough for liquid water to pool during the summer period. The revealed salt is collected and sold to sodium-poor planets for agricultural purposes. During the Anner rebellions, Nath was a staging ground for Eclipse ships and was the site of their first defeat when the enemy Nahesite surprised and routed them with a superior force. Some wreckage from the battle can still be found on the planet today.
General distress. Beacon process interrupted. Translation error. Status of system operator is not known. General distress. Beacon.
Probe away. Scans have found something.
Anomaly detected. Surface scans indicate wreckage of a merchant freighter. Configuration unknown. Damage to ship catastrophic. Detecting movement, but no signs of organic life. Okay, I guess we land. And yep, we're still using that armor. Let's bring Morden and Said.
A sandstorm is approaching from the northwest. Proceed with caution.
Okay. So what do we have here? Okay. Engineering status compromised. Catastrophic damage to primary and secondary cores. Element 0 exposure levels critical. Fuel leaks throughout the engineering deck. Navigation status critical. Manual control of navigation impossible. VI control locked out by executive command. Authorization CRAT 43279. Sensor status compromised. Short-range sensors offline. Unsafe planetary proximity detected at 0700 hours. Life support compromised. Life support returning to safe levels. VI control locked out by executive command. Authorization CRAT 43279. Shields holding at 100% integrity. No shield breaches detected. VI network compromised. Combating potential contagion. VI control of critical systems locked out by executive command. Authorization CRAT 43279. Communication status compromised. Damaged communications array critical. Activating distress beacon. Okay, so no good. But maybe there's some stuff to loot here. Navigator's log.
Captain, short-range sensors just went offline and I'm locked out of helm control. The VI is reporting malfunctions all over the ship.
Mm-hmm.
Attention all hands. We are on a collision course and losing systems fast. Report to the escape pods immediately. This is not a drill.
We just want to loot everything and make sure that we've gotten everything from here. Yeah. You. I see, yeah. This one I think I keep missing. I've done this in the past. Oh, I'd forgotten that I don't have a mod to disable like the screen shake when I'm sprinting. Yep, I'll grab that. Shipping manifacts. Reflective mech armor X6378. 14 crates of reflective mech armor. X6378. Source Jarrahe Station. Destination ERCS facility. Loki mechs. 180 Loki mechs. Source Hackett Experimental Mechanics Division. Destination ERCS facility. And 1 Emir mech. Source Hackett Experimental Mechanics Division. Destination ERCS facility. Okay, so there should be a bunch of mechs around in the wreckage. And one of those annoying Emir mechs. We do not like those. So they're a lot harder to kill on normal than they are on easy, obviously. Okay, we got that.
Trenton, we've got a problem in the cargo bay. Marcus says the mechs in the containers are activating and self-destructing. Go check it out.
Okay, let's turn this thing off.
Multiple hostiles powering up at your location. Recommend immediate extraction.
Okay.
Hostiles detected.
That should do the trick.
Okay, that's...
Sandstorm activity has reduced visibility to 90%. Proceed to shuttle for evacuation.
Down you go.
guess. Is this the way we're going then?
Sandstorm activity has reduced visibility to 65%. Proceed to shuttle for evacuation.
Yeah.
We got to run with this.
Ah, there we go. There it is. Nope.
Just the thing to help.
Clear the blast zone. Firing concussive shot.
Activity has reduced visibility to 40%. Proceed to shuttle for evacuation.
Retreat, regroup, go.
Well, I'm glad we didn't have to fight 180 of those. Found no survivors in MSV Corsica wreckage. Deactivated distress beacon. From Edie, information acquired. Location coordinates Jarrahe Station, Strabo System, Eagle Nebula. Data mining confirms the last reported location of merchant freighter MSV Corsica as the Jarrahe Station in the Strabo System. Possibility exists that clues pertaining to the anomaly that caused the mass malfunction of the mechs aboard Corsica can be found aboard Jarrahe Station. We had some more planets to scan. Honor, a garden world with heavy populations of humans and Batarians. Honor was home to one of the ugliest violations of sapient rights in modern human history. A consortium of corporations and corrupt politicians, fearing Batarian economic competition due to their custom of legal slavery, passed a resolution that abolished the minimum wage, effectively re-legalizing slavery on a human-dominated world. Opponents of the motion quickly turned to activism and violence. A civil war erupted as one side sought to end the slavery throughout the system and another, primarily Batarian faction called the Nahesit, sought to keep the slaves they had. The Honor rebellions raged from 2176 to 2178. The Nahesit had a significant advantage in ships, labor, and weapons, forcing the Honor militias to hire mercenary companies to even the odds. In the end, the abolitionists won out, though at the cost of much of their infrastructure. Though Honor today still has significant natural wealth, it is economically depressed, saved for the reconstruction industry. Sobek, a hydrogen-nitrogen gas giant believed to be an extrasolar capture, Sobek's low-G moons were the sites of many Batarian labor camps during the Honor rebellions, generating raw materials for the war. When the slaves were finally liberated by Eclipse, the mercenaries found abysmal conditions, including whole camps that lacked mass effect fields to keep the gravity at habitable levels. The widespread bone loss among the slaves was part of their master's final degradation. It would cripple them if they ever left for a standard gravity world. The plight of the slaves soon garnered galactic media attention, and several charities sprang up to pay for their physical therapy and find them gainful employment. Eclipse, normally reviled for their cutthroat tactics and criminal employees, found themselves painted as heroes. The mercenary company still retains an office on Sobek's moon Hackett, out of nostalgia as much as a business strategy. A hydrogen-helium gas giant believed to have entered a moon system within the last billion years, Sekhmet was the site of an important battle in the Honor rebellions. When the Eclipse mercenary company sought to capture the refueling stations to deny the rebels supplies, a fighter wing hiding in Sekhmet's rings ambushed them. Eclipse suffered heavy initial losses but destroyed 2 rebel carriers and forced them to retreat into FTL. This was considered the high watermark of the rebellion. At no point after the Battle of Sekhmet did the rebels have a victory. Today, Sekhmet is home to refueling stations and a small war memorial in orbit at the planet's L5 Lagrange point. Okay, we're done with this system. Let's see where else we can go. I guess it's Strabo. Ah, what's down here? Antigar. Chartered by a Solarian mining expedition that went off course due to computer error, Antigar is a hydrogen and helium gas giant with 11 known moons and dusty rings. Site intel retrieved. Location coordinates Jarrahe Station, Strabo System Eagle Nebula. Data mining confirms the last reported location of merchant freighter MSV Corsica as the Jarrahe Station in the Strabo system. Possibility exists that clues pertaining to the anomaly that caused a mass malfunction of the mechs aboard Corsica can be found aboard Jarrahe Station. Alright, let's go. We bring. Guess we can bring Jacob and Kasumi. What happened here? Dr. Galwind. At my suggestion, we have cut power to all systems save critical life support in hopes that disabling these systems will deny the VI the resources she needs to kill us. This is a temporary solution. We cannot last this out on our own. Dr. Taliesin. No, Taliesin. Sorry.
Docking area power restored. Intruders are requested to report to the cargo doors for immediate removal from station.
Yeah, no, that's not gonna happen. Sorry.
Intruder detected. You are not authorized to be in this area.
Power outage detected in the station. Mainframe is locked down for security purposes. Okay, so we're gonna have to fix that.
Research area power restored. Beam engaged. Testing area has been locked down according to protocol M29-2. Reflective armor prototype repositioned. Reflective armor prototype repositioned. Reflective armor prototype repositioned. Reflective armor prototype repositioned. Testing area has been unlocked.
Nice.
All personnel, take this opportunity to leave the station immediately.
Mm-hmm. Keep saying that. I have a PDA over here. Dr. Galwind. My firm belief is that the VI is paranoid about the possibility of infection. Its current homicidal behavior is likely out of an inflated desire to keep us from shutting it down. I believe that the VI is malfunctioning and that it believes our equipment to be infected by a virus. If we continue to try and shut her down, she will keep trying to destroy us. Maybe our only recourse is to just do nothing and convince her that we're not a threat. Dr. Taliesin. Or Taliesin. Attention all docks personnel. We are expecting a shipment of mech parts from the Hackett facility on Capek, Haskins Titan Nebula. Make sure the VI knows to accept a docking request from the freighter MSV Corsica. Kennings. So that could be where they came from, I suppose. Oh!
Living area power restored. The living area doors have been closed to quarantine a threat to this station. Advise intruders to engage self-destruct procedures to avoid death by starvation. 3 doors enabled. All doors disabled. 3 doors enabled. All doors disabled. 2 doors enabled. 5 doors enabled.
Yeah, that must be all of them, right? What a nightmare for these poor souls. But it means I can walk around and pick up their stuff, I guess. As horrifying as that sounds. And the Mass Effect 2 game kind of ups the horror and scariness.
All intruders intentionally violating quarantine or requested to exit the station. You have been identified as a hostile intruder.
Up the sort of scariness and horror factor quite a bit.
Plasma venting in progress. Attempting to reach the maintenance controls will most likely result in serious injury or death.
Kennings, I'm positive that the trouble with our VI started after the Corsica docked with us. Taliesin is looking into the VI itself. In the meantime, I need you to go through the logs and find out everything that was on that ship. Dr. Galwind. No. Oops.
All attempts to decontaminate station have failed. Require more power to escalate defenses.
I am sure you do.
Maintenance area power restored.
Alright, let's see if we can shut this thing off now.
Hub area power restored.
Yep.
Central mainframe access granted. Docked vessel detected. Attempting to upload central programming into docked vessel's mainframe.
Yeah, please don't.
Intruder detected. You are not authorized to be in this area. This is a secure zone. Please leave this station immediately. I regret to inform you that all attempts to defend the station have failed. Shutting down security protocols.
Deactivated Jarrahe Station security protocols. Escape the station. Yes, we did. Okay. Source of VI virus detected. Planet information, Capek Haskin System, Titan Nebula. Data from the quarantined VI at Jarrahe Station indicates that a possible source of the VI virus outbreak is a Kaidan facility on the planet Capek. Coordinates have been downloaded into the galaxy map. Flet. Uninhabitable by most species, Flet is home to the Bloodpack's Vorcha training and breeding grounds. The thick atmosphere is nearly all nitrogen and lacks oxygen, which poses no hazard to the Vorcha. Needing little but imports of food and water, Vorcha mercenaries and mercenaries-to-be train religiously to overpower and kill whoever the company is at war with at this time. Travel advisory. Flet's spaceports are wholly owned subsidiaries of the Bloodpack Mercenary Company, a corporation undergoing numerous criminal investigations for capital crimes. Civilian traffic to Flet is strongly discouraged. Rill. A planet only a Vorcha could love, Rill is notable for its near-miss climate, punishing heat and a thin, toxic methane-ethane atmosphere. Its surface is dotted with Krogan and Vorcha habitats, eking out a meager living off of the planet's tin and copper deposits, and killing anyone who cuts into their profits. Travel advisory. Krogan can survive in the heat with the use of a breath mask. All other species require environmental suits to avoid heat exhaustion and burns. Liquid water can be found in large lakes on the surface. This can be used for thermoregulation, but it's not potable without processing. Alliance Bulletin. Large-scale gang warfare is a regular occurrence on Rill. Civilian travel is not advised. Yuzin. Named for one of the many Krogan gods of vengeance, Yuzin is a gas giant close enough to its orange sun that none of its moons are considered habitable. Its composition is largely hydrogen and methane, with traces of xenon that the Krogan collect for use in ion drives. Yuzin is well within the frost line where gas giants usually do not form, leading astronomers to believe that its orbit used to be further from the star. If so, this would indicate a seriously unstable orbit, and the planet may plunge into its star within a few million years. Okay. Oh, this was a big system. Seems like we have plenty of planets to scan in here. I just need to find them all. Okay, where is the damn... Am I missing one? Ah. Beach Thunder. Beach Thunder lives and dies on the price of titanium, the metal being the only reason to come to this frozen rock. A best-selling e-novel, The Hard Stuff, has popularized the story of the miners on the planet. It follows the Hanar and Drell robo-miners competing with Krogan and Vorcha, who simply put on environment suits and lace the titanium out more or less by hand. As the novel's promotional screed says, accidents are frequent, rivalry is fierce, and vengeance served up fast. Praying Mouth. A hydrogen-helium gas giant, Praying Mouth is a ship-killing enigma, the Bermuda Triangle of the Terminus systems. There are many theories why ships never return from there. Undetectable space debris, old disruptor torpedoes, and magnetic mines from a long-forgotten war, even miniature black holes. But what is clear is that too many ships have been lost there for it to be happenstance. Travel advisory. Due to the large number of ships lost when attempting to discharge their drive cores in Praying Mouth, the relic system highly recommends using First Land's complementary discharge stations instead. Rough Tide. A dwarf planet with a shroud of carbon monoxide and dioxide that keeps it warm, Rough Tide was so named when large veins of platinum and palladium were struck and miners from all over the cluster came in to stake their claims. Hanar police and their Drellin forces clashed with Krogan and Vorcha in an ugly series of race riots in the late 2170s, and the planet has only grudgingly kept a shaky peace since then. Island Wind. A large hydrogen-nitrogen gas giant, Island Wind is named for the sweet-smelling land breezes that come off of the archipelagos of Kaje in the evening. As tumultuous as any other Jovian giant, Island Wind has cyclones that span tens of thousands of kilometers. First Land. A hydrogen-helium gas giant believed to be an extrasolar capture, First Land is home to many space stations supporting the ubiquitous refueling platforms. A thriving community of Drell and Hanar make their homes in orbit here, giving the solar system's robo-miners somewhere to go when the 50-hour days and nights are driving them mad. Wow, okay. 50-hour days and nights? Yikes. Fitful Current. Fitful Current was so named because it orbits in retrograde, indicating that it may have been an extrasolar planet that was captured by the relic system's gravity well. Large for a rock planet, Fitful Current has only traces of hydrogen in its extremely thin atmosphere. Hanar robo-miners have recovered some uranium and thorium deposits from its depths. And then we have Murky Water. Despite the name, Murky Water has yet to show any signs of having water whatsoever. Its name is a literal translation from the original Hanar, who consider murky water a sign of danger. Murky water has a hazy, crushing atmosphere of carbon dioxide and methane, which brings the surface heat to boiling levels. It remains unexploited, its gravity and temperature too high to bother.
Detected an anomaly.
Baked in the fierce heat of a white sun, Capek is a rocky, waterless world wrapped in a haze of hydrogen and ethane. Sulfur and iron give yellowish and black tinges to much of the planet's surface. No registered settlements appear in the records, though there are clearly metallic anomalies that indicate roofed structures.
Be warned, the experimental mechanics facility is under quarantine. For your safety, do not dock with or land in the vicinity of the facility without the proper protocols and authorizations in place. Be warned. The experiment...
Probe launched. I have found something.
Surface scan detects mech production facility matching the registration parameters of Hane Kadar Corporation. Facility reports emergency lockdown at this location. Personnel scans report no living beings detected. Hazard scans show a large number of virus-infected mechs quarantined within the facility. The activation of the primary production line controls should disrupt the creation of additional infected mechs. Let's go. Yeah, we'll do net.
Hostile mechs. Mech activity.
I got it.
Okay, no more mechs coming out. More dead personnel. Attention, MX7552-4A OPU recall notice. Attention all personnel. Our new circuit board supplier has issued an immediate recall on the MX7552-4A obedience processor, which has been found to cause systematic breakdown of associated components. We have begun the search for a new supplier. In the meantime, discontinue the use of this obedience processor until further notice. Dr. Rochelle, Director, Hackett Experimental Mechanics. No response. Gianna, just FYI, we lost contact with the MSV Corsica. After you expressed concern, I checked the logs, and indeed, the mechs and parts they picked up contained the recalled OPUs. We know the Corsica was headed for a Jarrahe Station in the Strabo system, but we can't seem to contact them. I hope they're all okay, but I think we've done all we can do at this point. Tress. Attention. Emergency situation in progress. Dr. Talarasan. I'm getting reports of mechs coming off of our production lines and assaulting workers. Some of them seem to be self-destructing at random. Even units not initially installed with the faulty OPU are showing signs of viral infection. We're looking at a potential facility-wide catastrophe here. We are containing this as best we can, but we can't keep this suppressed much longer. When Dr. Rochelle learns about this, heads will roll. Mine will not be one of them. Chief Saunders, Security. Announcement, facility lockdown. Dr. Talarasan, Dr. Rochelle has ordered a complete lockdown. You are hereby ordered to seal the production line access corridor from the rest of the facility. I realize that doing this will seal me and any workers who remain inside with the malfunctioning mechs. This does not affect your orders. It has been an honor to work with you. Chief Saunders, Security. Oh dear. So that should hopefully teach them to not install faulty OPUs, right? Why is it? Okay. Yeah, no idea.
See anyone else here?
Dr. Talarasan located. Chief, I've located the Asari, Dr. Talarasan, in the production line access corridor. We've set up a barricade and disabled access to the rest of the corridor. Officer Gamble. Proceeding to objective. Chief, I secured Dr. Talarasan and am heading into the warehouse to access the production line control room. I'll update you once I'm in. Gamble. Warehouse breached. Chief, I'm in the warehouse. It seems pretty empty. Sir. I can see the control room just above the storage area. I might need a few minutes, but I'm pretty sure I can get that main production line shut down. Gamble. Well, apparently you couldn't.
They see you, Shepard.
Yeah, okay. So I remember there being like a lot of waves of enemies down here.
been spotted.
Oh, okay. Okay. Let's grab that.
Combat system engaged. Hostile forces have engaged. Excuse me. Allied force casualty. Rerouting power.
Make activity.
Okay.
Impact imminent. Impact. Hostile forces have engaged.
Yep. You betcha. Oh my god.
Hostile forces have engaged. Hostile forces.
Make activity.
Excuse me. Allied force casualty.
Mm-hmm.
Hostile forces have engaged. Please reconsider your aggressive attitude.
I will reconsider it, but really.
Alert,
The best part of shooting mechs. Are you ever gonna stop coming?
Allied force casualty. Impact event. I am place. Impact offline.
Yeah, and you guys are just, I don't know, hanging out back here.
Just looking to help.
Yep.
Hostile forces have engaged.
Okay, there we go. Well,
Excuse me.
I've lost shield.
Hostile activity warning. Excuse me. Hostile forces have engaged.
right. Is this just to make up for there not being like any enemies in the previous one? Nope. Okay.
On my way.
Allied force
Neutralized.
We'll stay close.
Be right there.
Okay. Have we dealt with all the mechs down here now? I believe we have. Okay. Oh, it's very dark in here. Okay. Nothing here. Nothing here. Okay. Let's shut it down. Shut down the Kaidan experimental mechanics facilities production line on Capek. Deactivated all infected mechs.
Although they resemble a mammal-reptile cross, the Vorcha have no terrestrial analog. They are humanoid in form, but Vorcha have clusters of non-differentiated neoblast cells, like those of Earth's planarian worms. Damaged Vorcha cells mature into specialized structures to alleviate injury or stress. Transformations include thicker skin following injury, lung adaptation for barely breathable atmospheres, and stronger cardioskeletal muscle under high gravity. Skull capacity and brain size do not change, and Vorcha rarely make more than one somatic overhaul. Vorcha assault each other frequently, causing their young to gain strength, intelligence, and resilience. As a result, Vorcha see inflicting and receiving pain as normal communication. Few Vorcha study professions, in part because their average life expectancy is only 20 years. Because Vorcha can eat and breathe nearly anything, they can live almost anywhere. But racism prevents them from integrating into most societies that dismiss them as vermin. They have few employment options beyond Krogan mercenary bands.
Yeah, the Vorcha are creepy, but also it's a bit sad that they're so discriminated against. Argus Planet Scan Technology. The Argus provides a qualitative leap in planetary surface imaging. A proprietary technology of the Iondroid Group, an R&D laboratory reportedly owned by Cerberus, this upgrade for Normandy's sensory array delivers superior long-range topographical scanning resolution and rendering speed. By deploying an orbital multitastic grid of 100 radar-emitting microsatellites, the Argus quickly delivers a global digital evaluation model, DEM, at 15 meters per pixel, MPP, vastly outclassing the Normandy's previous scanner peak performance of 27 MPP. Such imaging quality provides superior defensive intelligence and at a speed warranted by the dangers of combat. At slower scanning and rendering speed, the Argus can resolve down to an astonishing 0.001 MPP, 1 millimeter per pixel, ideal for geological and biological prospecting, archaeological research, and long-term security surveillance. By employing such a massive multitastic grid of nearly untraceable microemitters, the resilient Argus is virtually invulnerable to electronic countermeasures. The spherical geometry of the Argus grid also allows superior cross-sectioning of targets. Planet. Zoria. Bring firearms and antihistamines is what veteran guides say about this lush garden world. First colonized in 2160, Zoria's temperate and tropical zones are overrun with plants and fungi of all kinds. As a result, the air in most habitable areas is choked with pollen and spores that range from benign to deadly. The scattered colonies across the planet have resorted to clear, cutting, and slash-and-burn farming to create habitable zones, and the more rural areas, where the spores are thickest, are populated only by Vorcha. Lax ecological laws allow mining and manufacturing industries to flourish and pollute cheaply, as the planet's carrying capacity far outstrips the current size of its colonies. Zoria is also home to the Blue Suns Mercenary Company, who dominate the colony's security forces. The Suns enjoy nearly unlimited influence with local politicians and judges, ensuring no other private military contractors can compete with them economically. Nearly every colony has a Suns recruiting station, if not a training camp, though this has hardly made the planet any safer. Piracy, drugs, and vice and political violence are commonplace.
Originally an asteroid rich in element 0, Omega was briefly mined by the Protheans, who eventually abandoned it due to its thick, impenetrable crust. Thousands of years later, nature did what even the Protheans could not. A collision with another asteroid broke Omega in half, exposing its trove of element 0 for easy mining. A rush ensued as corporations and private individuals tried to strike it rich on Omega, and thieves and outlaws followed in their wake. As space became tight, construction of processing facilities extended vertically from the asteroid, creating Omega's jellyfish-like silhouette. To prevent future collisions, the station is ringed with enormous mass-effect field generators that redirect incoming debris. Today, Omega is a major hub of narcotics, weapons, and EZO trafficking, without even a pretense of civilian government or military control. Only mercenary groups have been able to instill a limited order. The most ruthless is an Asari syndicate run by the notorious Aria Consistency. Based on existing technology, the ML-77 is a rapid-fire missile launcher using seeking projectiles. Each projectile features a friend or foe recognition system, ensuring it will find a hostile target even if the user's aim is not completely accurate. The weapon excels at taking out snipers and other entrenched enemies in dense urban environments. This makes it popular with mercenary groups, particularly the Blue Suns Mercenary Band. Missile launchers have been appearing with increasing frequency in the Terminus system, but their point of manufacture is unknown. Legal duplication of missile launchers is difficult due to Fabrication Rights Management, FRM, technology.
Okay, and that is where we're going to leave it for this time. We've dealt with the infected mechs, and next time we're going to be checking out one of the dossiers, I believe, and pick up another squad mate. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you enjoyed this video, then please leave a comment down below and consider giving this video a like. And if you would like to continue to follow along on my and Nora Shepard's journey, then please consider subscribing as well. That would help me out so much. Thank you so much, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!